History has a way of hiding its most precious secrets beneath the permafrost, waiting for the right moment to be revealed to the world again.
The data is conclusive. We are standing directly above a Cold War ghost, and today...
Contact confirmed. The shape is unmistakable. That is the Tundra King, and she is sitting perfectly upright despite the massive impact 50 years ago.
The ice here is like a time capsule. It preserves everything, but it also grips it with a force that can crush a man's bones in seconds.
I'm heading down. The visibility is dropping due to the steam, but I can see the outline of the canopy. Entering the tomb now. Metal is solid, no signs of structural collapse from the ice pressure yet, but the surface is scarred by 50 winters of shifting permafrost.
The shearing force was massive. The structural steel is bent like paper, but the main wing spar seems to have held onto the fuselage.
The seals are gone. Moisture has turned the interior into a solid block of ice, making any entry into the cabin a major engineering challenge.
The cargo is still there, frozen in time. Whatever they were transporting was important enough to keep... There's a jacket here. It's still in the seat. The pilot must have left it when they evacuated.
The instruments are all frozen at the moment of impact. Altimeter is at 0.
We have confirmed the identity. This is the RA-0924X.
The internal systems are shattered.
These rings held the secrets of the Soviet Arctic program. Now, they are the only...
These tools were used to keep the Tundra King in the air. Now, they are part of the wreck, frozen in time alongside the machine they once served.
The survey is almost complete. Every inch of this aircraft has been touched by the cold. It's a miracle it hasn't completely disintegrated over the decades.
The rigging is here. This is the moment of truth. If we can't get these anchors to hold in the frozen aluminum, the Tundra King stays in the ice forever.
You're creating new lifting points directly into the frame. Every hole has to be perfect. The structural integrity of this 50-year-old metal is our biggest variable.
Four main lifting points, 2 on the spine, 1 on each wing root. It's a delicate balance. If one side pulls too hard, the fuselage will snap like a twig.
We're bracing her from the inside out. The permafrost has been pushing in for 50 years, and now we're pushing back to keep her shape during the extraction.
Final check. Everything is secure. The Tundra King is ready to leave her tomb. Now it's all up to the crane operators on the surface.
I'm out. The rigging is set. The Tundra King hooked up. Let's see if 50 years of permafrost is willing to let go of its prize today. The tension is at the limit. 40 tons of pulling force, and the ice isn't moving. We're at the breaking point for the cables and the airframe alike. Look at the state of her. She's scarred, she's battered, but she's whole. This is the most incredible sight I've ever seen in the Arctic. There she is, the Tundra King, fully exhumed from the permafrost after 51 years. It's a victory for history. Touchdown. The Tundra King is on solid ground for the first time since 1974. We've done it.
Now, we bring her back to life.
Transport boarding a frozen airframe at 91 Rio to be a nightmare. The vessel is fragile.
50 miles of ice stand between us and safety. In this cold, the ground is hard as concrete.
She's home. The first hurdle is cleared. Now the Tundra King enters the sanctuary. Every support point must be calculated. Without the surrounding ice to hold her together, the RA-092... Thawing must be slow. If we heat the metal too fast, the expansion could cause the aluminum to tear. We are fighting decades of physics here. The ice is finally letting go. Every gallon of meltwater reveals more of the damage, but also more of the original beauty of this prototype aircraft.
Beneath the mud, the scars of the 1974 impact are finally visible. Every crack.
The ice is gone, but the battle is just beginning. Now that she is clean, we can truly see the extent of the...
The shearing force was beyond anything the designers imagined. We are looking at structural failure that would have been fatal for any other airframe of this era.
Every ring, every bolt, every rivet. We are neutralizing 50 years of chemical attack from the Siberian earth to stop the rot in its tracks.
Salt and minerals are the silent killers of aviation history. Even in the Arctic, the Earth has minerals that can eat through aluminum if they aren't washed away properly.
We are literally washing away the decades. Every gallon of this water contains a piece of the 1970s that the permafrost tried to keep for itself.
Restoring the electrical system is like performing brain surgery on a ghost.
The transformation is starting to show. She no longer looks like a wreck pulled from a hole. She looks like a machine waiting to be remembered.
The belly of the beast is the hardest part to reach, but it's where the most damage hides. We can't leave a single trace of the permafrost behind.
Restoring the glass is the moment the Tundra King gets her eyes back. Now, she can finally see the world she left behind 50 years ago.
This chemical bath is the final shield. It stops the clock on 50 years of decay.
We are replacing what was lost, but we are doing it with the same materials and techniques the original builders used.
Hold it steady right there.
Applying the Klecos now.
Make sure the rivet line matches up.
The heartbeat of the Tundra King is returning. One rivet at a time, we are giving this plane back its strength to face the future.
All right, point settled. Let's move to the next section over there. Securing it now.
The logbook is the soul of the machine. It tells us the flight hours, the fuel loads, and the final thoughts of the crew.
It takes two people to drive a rivet, and it takes a whole team to drive a restoration. We are working in the same rhythm as the men who built.
Respecting history means more than just finding it. It means healing the scars of the past.
Every vein of this aircraft, from the landing gear to the rudder, relies on hydraulic systems. We are rebuilding the circulatory system.
In an era of fly-by-wire, the Boeing 430 is a masterpiece of mechanical cables and pulleys. It is raw.
The wiring is the nervous system. After 50 years in the Yakutsk permafrost, the original insulation has turned to dust.
The nose of the Tundra King is back. Beneath this skin sits the radar that was supposed to guide them through the ice. Today, we make sure it never fails again.
Mounting the first engine is a milestone. The Tundra King is no longer a hollow shell.
Blade. Each blade is a work of aerodynamic art. To restore them, we had to balance the weight to within a single gram.
The heaters were the crew's only hope during that -75-degree blizzard.
The APU is the spark. Without it, the Tundra King is just a silent...
The throttles are back in the cockpit. Each movement feels heavy with the history of the men who tried to push this plane.
We have to strip away the scars of the past.
The primer is the seal. It locks the metal away from the oxygen and the moisture, ensuring that the decay we found in the ice never returns to this airframe.
This isn't just green paint. This is the exact shade of olive drab that defined the Soviet Arctic fleet in the 1960s.
The name is back on the tail, RA-24X. The Tundra King has its identity again,
The Red Star, the final mark of her heritage. This emblem hasn't seen the sun in 50 years, but today...
Power is restored. The lights are on. For the first time in 5 decades.
We are turning this tomb into a classroom. The secrets this plane...
The sensors are in. These are the eyes and ears of the Tundra King, telling her how fast she is flying through the frozen Siberian air.
The door to the world is open. After months of restoration, the Tundra King is about to face the Siberian...
The spark is lit. The APU is running at 100%. The Tundra King is breathing on her...
Ignition! Engine 1 is alive! 50 years of silence have been broken by the roar of the Tundra King.
Incredible! She wants to fly. After 50 years and Greg is training against her chick.
This is the payoff. Months of digging, lifting, and restoring have led to this moment. The RA...
The test is a 100% success.
We didn't just fix a plane. We restored a piece of human endurance. Respecting this surgery.
The Tundra King is no longer a skeleton of the past. Every rivet we saved and every panel we restored.
We chose not to hide the scars. These crates, once lost to the permafrost,
Respecting history means knowing when to stop. We kept the imperfections because those pits in the metal are the true signature of the Yakutsk ice.
Sitting here, you can almost hear the voices of the crew. The Tundra King isn't just a machine. She's a survivor.
Every detail has been checked. The Tundra King is structurally sound, historically accurate, and
For them, this isn't just a restoration. It's a reunion with the ghost that kept them alive in the cold for 3 days back in '74.
Мой старый друг. Я никогда не думал, что увижу тебя снова.
She rests here now, a silent guardian of the Yakutsk history. But the cold doesn't forget.
today, we don't just open a museum. We honor a legacy. The Tundra King has returned.